right? Probably. I think probably, but do they play it as like support or something? This is where it's like I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
this is a very weird. Just you open with the puck, it's gonna get counterpicked.
Yeah, I'm down for some odd openings. I like that. Usually the openings in any meta are relatively stale. Yeah. We definitely seen a huge mix-up, at least since I was on the panel. Last series was quite different, seeing IO every game. I did think IO was super good, so it's nice to see teams like OG that are known to play IO. We're prioritizing it. Last series, it just felt like we saw a lot of tankiness, a lot of sustain.
True.
And here it's kind of a bit different. You have a lot of bursts so far.
Gentlemen, I'm seeing Demon, and I want to talk about it. Okay. What is up with Shadow Demon? Now, whenever I see this, I think, okay, here comes the follow-up. We're going to have a Marana. We're going to have something stupid like, I don't know, a Kunkka or, God forbid, a Pudge. But do you actually, is that what's still happening in the meta?
It could be set up also just for a carry, too. Like, if they do want to go for some... It's a save always at the end of the day. So, I mean, I don't know how much teams are picking TB lately, but, I mean, if they do want to go for something like the SDTB...
It's a solid deny pick to a lot of the heroes you're talking about in the carry role, but I also think it's pseudo deny pick to the Darkseer that they actually picked anyways. The Purge from Shadow Demon ulti is pretty damn good against the surged target, pierces BKB as well, so... very reliable. I played with a Darkseer on my team. I believe I was a Slark that game, and we played against Shadow Demon, and I just got ulted, and it was super frustrating. Like, you just can't. There's no like item you can build. Like you don't want to go Lincolns or anything like that.
What was the draft order though? They picked the
Speedbreaker first, and then Drow.
No, I'm saying they picked the Darkseer into the Shadow Demon though, right?
Yeah. Shadow Demon was absolutely first. That's why I'm saying is like weird. I thought it was like a deny pick S because like sometimes you can start prioritizing supports. If there's like 2 or 3 offlaners you don't want to ban, but you also don't want to give them like a good game. And in this case, I was surprised they still picked the Darkseer.
Definitely. Okay, so Spirit Breaker again, just like last game. Darkseer Spirit Breaker, very strong.
What do you think about Drow into it though? It's a bit scary if you don't get the gust off, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's really risky. You already have heroes that can collapse onto this Drow very easy.
They need a bit more peel, I believe Kyle would call it, for this Drow. Like, they have the disruption of the teamfight initiation with the Shadow Demon, but I think as of now, you disrupt the Drow, he's just going to come out and die anyway, so...
Is that phase? Oh, God damn, there's a lot of purple in this draft. What's going on here?
Very nice,
looks nice
pastel bluish purple on the right side here.
Beautiful.
I like it quite a bit. Another hero gets on top of Drow. Drow hates that, but at the same time, too, Drow can work versus Void pretty decently.
Void, actually.
The Gust is pretty damn nice, and there's a talent that makes it last an eternity, too, but I don't know if everyone takes that one.
And the mischance on the level 10 talent is actually pretty good against Void. You probably take that, actually.
Yeah.
Void will probably go the S&Y Manta Halberd build, I would have to guess. He's almost certainly going to go Manta. This game, if you pick Void and Drow, you don't buy a Manta. I don't really know what your game plan was there, but I know Nico Baby is a huge fan of the Manta Halberd build. I think Void is one of the best carriers for it, especially when you have like a Darkseer on your team where you kind of have somebody that enables you to do damage without having actual damage items. So maybe like Midas Manta Halberd is what I'm thinking for the Void, and then this Earth Spirit's like nice for disrupting the fight, but I think the Drow still needs to do damage here, and I don't think she's quite set up for it yet, so...
The Earth Spirit gives them like more ways to be aggressive to utilize like the Drow if they're the ones dictating tempo, right? But the save, like if Drow gets gone on, like it does not look...
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Great. They have to start the fights themselves as of right now, and I've seen these games go both ways, and they were during the Divine League. I actually saw a decent amount of Drow, and... I'm more curious to see these caliber teams play out the Drow. I think it's potentially quite a good hero this patch, but it's also quite vulnerable to just consistently getting ran at. She does need like a 5 to 10 minute window to hit creeps, so it's not as much in team fights that I'm talking about. It's more so in like the early to mid game, because eventually she's going to buy like the Hurricane Pike and the BKB and the Manta, and it's going to be hard to lock her down and stay on top of her, but in the mid game she doesn't have any of that. So,
question: are reliable stuns worthless now? I see many slows, I see many silences, but not so much. I click on you and now you're stunned, guys.
There's a chrono.
Tiny.
There's a chrono. There's a tiny.
Yeah,
I mean,
coil.
Reliable, but okay.
Those are reliable.
Coil's reliable.
What? How's that reliable? What the?
I miss coil all the time. Right?
Well, that's
click
not
on
that's
hero,
not the hero.
Stun hero is.
The only time I missed coil was when I played Abaddon.
Oh wow, that's really great, BSJ. Keep those coming. Everybody
I
loves
was
it.
alley-ooping our casting crew.
No, it's not sarcastic at all. I mean, Reddit loves the puns right now. You're just like those fucking bottom feeders. Anyway, next up, please get a draft. Please, our last hero picks here. Now we've got a lot, more pressure, but you guys said that we need some peel for the drought.
I think they need team fight. Okay,
fight.
I think this is the big thing that they need. They need something to get the attention off of the drow, and the Ravage can work, but now they pick Tidehunter into Void, and you can't Kraken off Chrono. You're stuck in Chrono.
I don't actually know if they have the damage to kill Titan Chrono.
That's true.
That is what I like, unless they pick Invoker here, which I think would be fine. It's not the best against Drow, but it gives them the damage. They actually just need some damage to dump into this Tide, because yes, you said he can't crack in the Chrono, but he can just not die in the Chrono, and he can be in front for the team. So this Bat Rider is going to run pretty rampant, I think.
Woo!
Yeah. This is probably a mid-bat, right? Probably 5 puck.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm really liking Alliance's draft. Like, VP just feels like if they don't have Ravage up, they can never take a fight, and Alliance is going to always have some type of ultimate available for them to just have better team fight.
I said there's one thing I don't like about Drow, and it's getting ran at from like the 8 to 15 minute mark-ish, and Bat Rider is like the perfect hero to do it, and even though they have Kraken on Tide, so you can't really lasso him, they have Disruption to save the lasso target, none of this stuff applies to a Bat Rider who's just fireflying and stickying everybody for like this 10-minute window.
Yeah.
And that's the part where I think a lot of the viewers at home think of Bat Rider as a lasso. He's actually a firefly and a sticky napalm running around the map. And if you can't kill him, he's just super obnoxious and constantly threatening, and kind of like separates these lineups and forces them to kind of just not have enough men for every job on the map. So I think I'm going to go for Alliance's draft for that last pick, Bat. I think Bat's super powerful this meta, and they gave away a pretty damn good back game.
I think they have a super fast pace, like besides the Chrono and everything, like having those cooldowns, the way that their heroes move around the map can be insane too, because it's not just a Bat Rider.
Yeah.
It's a Surged Bat Rider maybe.
I was going to say Surge Bat Rider.
With a Spirit Breaker too, like maybe behind you, and you also can just get the Aura too. Like, I feel like this Bat Rider is going to be going like 900 movement speed, trying to find situations on the map, and they do have great ways to be able to
Void's going to have space to farm, and I don't think Drow is. That's pretty much how I look at this game.
Well, you know, our EGB bets agree with you. It looks like Alliance is favored in that as well, so it could be a unanimous whole studio. The sponsors, the two analysts, all believing the same thing. Alliance got it in the bag.
Yeah. This during the second series off camera, I actually predicted all 3 of those games correct.
Oh my God, Brian!
Back to even.
You do.
So this one's to go above even.
You're so competent off camera. It's incredible.
I have somebody in the back that will vouch for me.
Oh,
He just did really well too. I thought. I mean.
Oh, that's really great, guys. Everyone's super happy for you. But you know what? They'd be even more happy is if you'd stop talking and we got to the game. So let's throw over to the casters. We got a real treat for you today. It's Lacoste and his co-caster.
Now, I can confirm that that didn't happen, what BSJ just said. I was sitting there and he was playing Hearthstone on his phone, wasn't even paying attention.
But if he did predict,
yes,
he would have gotten it right.
Probably. Most likely.
Probably not. Well, some of us have to be competent on camera, and we're going to try and do that in Lacoste with this series between Virtus.pro and Alliance. Do you agree with our questionably competent analysts? Do you agree that Alliance has this in the bag? Apparently the sponsors as well agreed with that.
Seems like everyone's on the train. They have so many heroes that can run at Drow Ranger that could be an issue, but one thing I like about Virtus.pro's lineup is having Shadow Demon. I think this hero was not used at all during the Divine League, and it's also Faceless Void into Shadow Demon, which could be a huge problem. They don't have the biggest damage against the Tidehunter. Yes, you can crack in the Chronosphere, but everything else you're pretty much good against.
Yeah, I was kind of curious. I felt like maybe they needed just a bit more damage to pump into the Chronosphere. It didn't feel like the guaranteed, like, Chronosphere, oh, we're definitely getting these kills, right?
Yeah.
But I guess we'll have to see how it kind of plays out. Yeah, for me, it just all comes down to the Drow Ranger. I'm just not that confident about that hero.
I really like Drow Ranger as a hero, but really, I believe it was the first phase or second phase Drow Ranger.
Yeah, it was picked up like third, right?
Yeah, which is pretty counterable. You have like 2 of the best heroes that can run at you. You have Spirit Breaker with the Ion Shell, with the Surge. You have Puck, Batrider. Like, I really love Batrider as a hero right now. Like, the build usually is just Boots of Travel into BKB. And they have no abilities that go through BKB besides Demonic Purge, which is not that big of a deal.
What do you think about this 5-position Puck as well? Just as a general concept, I mean, they just straight up snap picked that right at the start of the draft.
It's been a while since I saw it. It's been popular like 6 months ago, I believe. But not really sure. I think teams are getting greedier in what they're picking right now. Mid lane,
nice
I think these were 9 stacks. Like, what do? How do you run away with a hero like Tiny or try to turn? Lemp, he just wants to die. Like, please kill me so I can respawn.
Yeah, I thought for a second he was just going to keep tanking the tower shots, but I think he looked at the creeps remaining and he was like, I can't.
XP. So yeah, if we go back to Puck, I think teams are getting greedier and picking like more scaling position 4s and 5s, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, we just had the Clockwork, who, again, a month ago started off as like, oh, he's back to off lane, and then now he's a 5 position.
I think we're going to see more and more of these. I think a good example is Zeus. I think that's the hero that we're going to see much more. So right now, Drow Ranger's in a lot of trouble on the top lane. You see 2 minutes in, Shadow Demon already using Disruption defensively.
Yeah, like, even if he survives here, it's still the problem of he just missed 2 different creeps, and now he's surrounded and is very likely going to be dying here. Running down by the
Fairy
Ion
Fire.
Shell.
No.
Yeah.
That's a mistake. Like, you're going to die anyway, so just save it for when you need it. So far, so good. Already 1k gold advantage for Alliance.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing a whole lot of Drow Ranger, and for the life of me, I just cannot see why they felt it was that strong. I'll pick it up early on in the draft.
You can't judge just by seeing one game 3 minutes in, not even 3 minutes.
Yeah. All right. We'll see how, we'll double the timer then. We'll wait till 6 minutes.
Okay, I think your outcome will still be the same, maybe even worse. If she dies 1 or 2 more times, like, never pick this hero.
Yeah, 9-4 right now in CS compared to 18-0. You can see our Faceless Void has a very, very free game. And, well, it's not looking a whole lot better in that mid lane where Batrider, similarly, having gotten to the first blood, is also pretty far up there in the CS chart.
And the most important thing is your Faceless Void is free farming on the bottom lane. They might even grab a kill if Nico Baby gets the bash, but no luck today.
Denied.
And a combination that doesn't really represent very much kill power against a Faceless Void. So he feels very free just to keep running at you and getting those free right clicks in, hoping for a bash.
If it was a different position 5, you can easily just leave Faceless Void, something that threats a kill. On a mid lane, for example, and you can see like position 4 and 5 just securing the rune. Batrider is going to grab that haste, so that's a pretty big deal.
It's going to make no one's life even more hellish than it already was.
This is how we play against VP, try to tilt no one.
Yeah? Is that that's the playbook?
That's it. I mean, we've seen it multiple times. He's one of the greatest mid players, but also known, you know, to lose his temper sometimes.
I've certainly heard many a pub story about no one. But surely after this much competitive Dota and playing and losing against teams like OG who really specialize in trying to tilt you, surely that's something he has gotten better at, right?
I don't know about that. It's part of your identity. Oh, man.
Oh, what a beautiful flame break. That was just real purty right there. Fairy Fire will actually keep him alive. No one is able to stay up, but he's not happy about it. Begrudgingly stays alive. He's still kind of kicked out of lane, misses out on his bounty rune, and, well, the list of bad things kind of goes on and on.
Puck right now can't do anything to Tidehunter, like unless Faceless Void somehow manages to get 4 bashes. So both of these heroes on the bottom lane are going to keep farming. Can't really stop them, and we can see in the CS department, 31 on Faceless Void, 31 on Tidehunter, pretty even. Oh man, no one's really under-leveled. Level 4, 5.5 minutes in. I believe Batrider's going to hit 6 soon. Yeah, just needs 1 CS.
Ponskin doesn't, yeah, he's gonna Charge into that mid lane real soon. I was going to say, there's nothing really stopping you from just keep on running and knowing over and over again. He doesn't have Avalanche to stop the charge, plus he was lassoed up as well. Solo TP's in a bit too late to save his long-standing teammate.
So they force a rotation on mid lane. No tower damage. That's one thing that Alliance's lineup is not great at. Like, you need to play around the catapult timings. Can't really just group up and try to take the towers. Hans can, and he's been really annoying. Now he's going for the Drow Ranger. I want to see if Drow Ranger has a point in Gust. Yes, she does.
Pretty much the best answer he's got for it, and Hanskin will pay the price, it seems. Zayat perfectly positioned to stun him underneath the tier 1 tower. So a little bit of good comes out finally for Virtus.pro in this laning phase.
Tidehunter is level 6, while Faceless Void is level 5. If somehow they manage to rotate... it's very hard to kill Faceless Void right now. They need to get Earth Spirit plus maybe even one extra hero to actually get a kill on him. You also need to be very careful about diving the tower. Batrider has a TP ready, and he's one of the best heroes, you know, to just punish when you try to deep dive the towers.
Resolution. He's got the top net worth of his team right now. How do you think he's transitioned into the offlane?
When I first saw him playing the offlane, it wasn't that great.
Yep.
But man has experience, and I think right now he's like getting the most out of it.
Coming back in. Oh, if they could get this kill on Limp, it would be really big, but he's going to fly to the other side of the cliff. The last few seconds of Firefly plus the stick, that'll keep him alive.
Oh, he's still saving a point on that puck. No phase shift yet, just gonna heal up. Also, I love Nico Baby. He's just going straight into Mask of Madness. No shenanigans. Does not want to go any Hand of Midas. They understand that their timing is going to be much earlier by having Darks here, by having a good timing on Batrider's Boots of Travel. Plus, he also decided to go for Drums, so even more move speed. Drums right now, I don't know how you feel about it, Cap, but feels like one of the best items in the meta right now.
Yeah, I think it was T-Governor pointed out to me when like OG was getting 2 drums in every single game that they played. Yeah, seems a little overtuned perhaps. Back to the old drums, that's what it feels like. Phase shift, to be able to dodge the roll-in from Zayat. FNG should be fine here, and that's a whole lot of heroes from Virtus.pro and nothing really gained for it.
4-man rotation gets nothing done. At least Drow Ranger's getting some farm on the top lane, like both of the heroes actually getting the farm. Faceless Void still has that Chronosphere. One thing you can do if they decide to pressure the bottom lane, you TP top, get a kill on Drow Ranger.
Feels like it could be a nice opportunity for it quite soon.
Oh, Solo doesn't even have a point in Shadow Poison, so no stacking for him. Just a pure defensive build coming out from position 5.
It's kind of curious. I would have figured that would be the way you would attempt to win a lane that is rather tough. Especially up against 2 melee heroes like that. They're going to try and pop out, go for ILTW. It's not the rotation from the Faceless Void, but rather our Batrider. Now the disruption's going to be able to buy a little bit of time for ILTW, still stuck underneath the flames. Limp is chased away, Zions actually gets the kick out. There's the Gust to push these heroes away as well, but ILTW just cannot seem to get enough space. There is going to be some rotations though, no one coming in, but Hanskin's already charged his way out. Limp, he's going to be the one left behind, and probably chain stun down. We still have the Ravage up if needed. Oh,
Hanskin gets the courier.
Cheeky little courier kill from him.
Ravage him just for the lulz. Nope, not gonna happen. Like, you can see that Virtus.pro needs to rotate more heroes to actually get the kill because of the bad start that they had. Like, Shadow Demon is purely defensive. 10-minute mark. Oh man, it's gonna be 4 bounty runes for Alliance.
Yep, that's what happens when you have to over-rotate like that.
What surge is this?
FNG, look at that. I did not realize that he colored his hair. He's looking like a real anime boy now.
Oh, remember FNG with the long hair?
I remember.
What do you think suits him the best?
The long hair look was a good one because of how unique it was. Where there just wasn't any really long-haired dudes. smoke up, rotate into mid. They still have that Ravage, and this is the Siege Wagon push. You can see FNG is trying to deal with that Siege Wagon right now. They're going to ramp into the triangle, maybe ramp behind the Tier 1 tower. Still not the easiest.
No points in Gush on Tidehunter. Interesting. Like, you would want to have at least 1 point just for that one extra slow.
Yeah,
okay, I'm
so.
taking back what I said about Resolution a couple of minutes ago. Just kidding. Like, they can't find the Ravage.
Yeah, they're just walking around, man. And oh no, the Avalanche doesn't quite hit Hanskin. He charges way to safety.
Also, if you look at the observer wards from Virtus.pro, like 4 of those are just on the top part of the map, so they don't have any vision on the bottom. I think Alliance is fine with that. Like, they would want to use the Chrono, but Faithful is just fine with farming.
Solo going to be pushed back by Hanskin. Now, Limp is still trying to keep his distance, doesn't want to dive too deep into Tier 2 tower. They're going to drop the coil to try and let Hanskin get out, but ILTW was on the other side of things. He TP'd up earlier to the Tier 2 after being pressured by that Spirit Breaker, found that the Dire Jungle would perhaps be easier for him to farm.
Love the way Alliance is playing right now. They are putting the pressure, and whenever they see Tidehunter showing up, they just instantly spread. And on the top and bottom lane, 2 heroes are constantly farming.
And that's where I would say, like, okay, then utilize that strength to actually take a tower, but they don't really have great building hitters in that regard. Draw Ranger wants to keep on farming, so it's just kind of Tide chilling here. Slowly but surely, wailing on the tower. Does actually manage to bait in Hanskin, almost getting the kill, but instead they're met with a Chronosphere onto 2. Now, they don't have the best damage to throw into this Chronosphere, so as a result,
That's
looks like maybe everyone's going to get out. A beautiful Ravage onto 4 with ILTW pumping out some damage, but it doesn't matter. Nico Baby shakes it off with the Time Walk. With the Ion Shell, he's going to be able to run down 1, and with the Lasso, ILTW, he's going to be snagged up. That's going to be free food for Nico Baby. Hey, look, Hanskin's back into play, and they can chase even more heroes now with the Wall Replica slowing down no one. A coil onto 2.
Be a full team wipe.
It is looking like a total wipe. They're going to chase down Resolution first because they know he's the harder kill to get. They're going to just let Solo die to Limp here. One more kill, 10 damage at a time, but they finally do get it. A team wipe at 13 minutes.
This is why the panel is discussed about, you know, last hero possibly being Invoker. You need to have... Oh, it was for the enemy team. Never mind. Like, they don't have enough damage, actually. Like, Tiny's not having a good time. Sometimes, Cap, you need to say something stupid so the chat can make fun of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it more times than other people, but...
If you guys didn't know, we actually get paid based off of the chat lines per minute. So that's why you have some analysts, Kyle, BSJ, Lacoste, who frequently attempt to be wrong, so that chat will spam a little bit more often. That's an insider secret for you.
And every single time someone says KEKW, I get a raise. So keep spamming it. All right, Tiny. Oh man, he's so far away from that Blink Dagger. Like, at this point, do you even go for it? Like, you definitely need the item, but right now, he's at the bottom of net worth. Puck position 5 has more net worth than their mid Tiny.
Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. And it's also pretty disgusting watching Hanskin get away with murder time and time again. Simply just charges away from Virtus.pro, even though he's surrounded by 3 or 4 heroes. They're going to try and go again, this time without the Ravage. It didn't go so well the first time, Lacoste, and I can't see how it's going to go well this time. No Ravage means no chance at stopping the tide of Alliance heroes running at you.
Limp knows what's up. Go with that tip.
With the Surge, he'll just be able to run down the backline heroes here. Now, no one's going to come back in. Don't think his combo actually kills Limp. He's actually offering the high 5, but thanks to the silence from FNG, his aggression is quickly stopped. Resolution, he may take a long time to die, but it doesn't really matter if there's no recompense. Virtus.pro, they just have to kind of sit there and take it.
I would not be surprised if Virtus.pro just takes 2 bad fights and just call it, because their Tiny's really not having a good time. 9k gold lean, 15 minutes in. It's looking rough. There's the Chrono.
2-man Chronosphere with Limp barely making it in with the Boots of Travel, but he does make it, and he'll be the damage that they need to be able to finish off no one. This is
looking rough. LTW. A lot of pings.
Got him trapped behind the tier 2. Trapped like a rat. Not going to be able to go for the dive, though. FNG may have overexerted himself here. Gives away a mega kill streak to ILTW, so it's a healthy amount of gold.
What I like to see on position 5 players, just getting that veil, which insane amount of magical resist removed from the heroes, and it's pretty easy to make.
Yeah, the build-up is a lot nicer, right?
Yeah.
Than it was before.
So the next time Virtus.pro loses a team fight or just misuses the Ravage, that's the opportunity for Alliance to go in and secure the Roche. They're still trying. This tier 1 tower is very important.
Do it up again. I mean, I saw OG take the same tactic.
Yeah.
3 times in a row, you just run at the mid tower over and over again.
Only this time it's fail, repeat, fail, repeat. Third time you're gonna ask yourself what's gonna happen, and they bail.
They finally come to their senses, but what else can you really do? Because they should have superior team fight, right? They've got Ravage plus Mech from the Tidehunter.
I love what they did. You know, we're trying to go on a mid tower that has 200 HP. Just go for a different tower. 5-man rotation on the bottom. That should be more effective. Feels like Alliance doesn't care too much about losing their bottom tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they're like, it's whatever. You take that bottom tier 1. We'll get aggressive on the mid lane. We'll push in top. Maybe we'll take a tier 2 up there.
Tiny getting very close to a Blink Dagger. Only 1,700 gold away from.
So close. Man. I can't believe how underfarmed. I think this is the worst game I've ever seen no one have.
And it really is tough. He also doesn't have a hero that enables him in any kind. Like maybe Soul Catcher on Shadow Demon just to lower the HP, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Like Darkseer, I believe he has full Greaves plus building into Pipe. There's also a bunch of magical damage coming out from Virtus.pro. Nothing yet.
So be real with me, Lacoste. Is this just... Do we just put this on solo? Was this just an utterly garbage draft? Or was it something
Is
that...
it simple yes or no?
I mean, it can't be multiple things. It could be a garbage draft and terrible execution. Is that what you're implying?
The top lane didn't go well, mid lane, it's just a bad matchup for their heroes, I would say. So, yeah, I believe they picked some of their heroes way too early.
Maybe they really bought into the puck being mid, and that's why they thought Tiny would be a little bit better positioned. But because Tiny had such a bad lane, they're do it up again. They're going to be lasso one, coil the other. Both the supports are going to die here. And Virtus.pro on the run. Seems like that video was correct.
Yeah,
Alliance, they're going to be having bear for dinner.
I love that video.
Oh,
so they just swapped the targets.
yeah, Hotskin, he's like, let's go for the other one. Let's catch everybody here. Uses his ultimate onto no one. No one kind of stuck in the side here. They're going to be able to Ravage, turn around, and kill S4. Now, they've kind of run out of damage at this point in time, so it's free for Nico Baby to come in, get the Chronosphere. Lock down ILTW, they're going to buy back, they're going to mass TP in. ILTW, having been already dead, it means they're going to be a little bit lacking in the damage department here. FNG trying to dodge as much damage as he can. Phase shift doesn't last long enough. Underneath the tier 2, though, I guess when your carry is dead, you let the buildings put the damage out for you. Hanskin, though, no, there's an avalanche to be able to stop him.
He's still alive.
He's still up, and his Soul Catcher is going to wear off, so he gets a little bit more HP. Now he stick charges as well.
Tiny's low in mana, phase boots.
Charges up. No, we got silenced. No, no.
It's chasing him, but it's not going to be enough.
It's not going to be enough. He's going to
regen up. Yeah. Stick, just in case. Yeah.
Not even close.
That fight, they still managed to kill the Drow Ranger. They're going to once again pick up 4 bounty runes, and Tidehunter bought back after using Ravage, so not much value getting out of that. So Batrider pretty much fully equipped. Blink Dagger, drums, boots of travel. Right now, Alliance can easily just go into Roche Pit. In the previous fight, Faceless Void didn't even bother to pop a BKB. He never felt threatened. And if we look at the graph, the graph says a lot.
Yeah, the real disappointing part is like, Alliance is better late game, too. So it was like, by 5 minutes, we were like, okay, kind of see where this game is going. And the chance at a comeback for Virtus.pro is incredibly low because this entire time, Nico Baby is just getting stronger and stronger, and he is the ultimate hero in this game.
The only hero he needs to care about is Shadow Demon. Like, if he lands a sick chrono, like, you want to catch Shadow Demon, but there's a bunch of heroes that can deal with Shadow Demon or just force him to use that disruption defensively or on himself. You know, just try to pressure him. One of the reasons why Solo just maxed out disruption, to have a lower cooldown. And this is what I just talked about. Go into Roche Pit, you know there's no Ravage, so this is a freebie for Alliance.
You're a smart man, Lacoste.
Yes, I am.
You say it and it happens.
Sometimes it's not that hard to predict when one team is 13k gold ahead.
All right, we'll get an Aegis. I'm not even sure if Nico Baby needs it. You know the real
just
flex.
Just don't take it, kill it.
That'd be the real flex. Just pull it a KYXY, just deny it. You get the chat pop up. I was going to say just give it to Hanskin or somebody, you know? Nico Baby just be like, I'm not going to die. Give it to a support that may actually be like the one in a 1-for-5 trade-off.
I could see something like that happening in 2015, but in 2020, with all these stuff happening to us, it's better to play safe.
It's true. Gotta stay safe, chat.
Tiny, does he have a Blink Dagger? That's the question. He does, and he does have a haste.
That looks like such a nasty combo. Pulling somebody alongside the wall of replica. Get the coil, immediately snaps it, but well, he's dead one way or another, snapping it or no.
Well played. I thought that was GG.
Yeah. Maybe if Resolution uses his Ravage somewhere.
Khan cracking out of that one.
You look ravaged. I don't think they look ravaged at all.
Yeah. I believe it is time to call it.
Bottom tower has fallen.
You could not be winning team fights even with Ravage, now without Ravage. Aegis on a Faceless Void. I mean, what you can do is try one more fight. That's it.
Lacoste, are you one of those people who's like, I just want to GG out and move on to the next game? Or you like, you fight hard?
There's nothing you can learn from this game anymore, and your chances are extremely low. And every single time no one dies, they're closer to calling it out.
Well, no one has certainly died plenty of times, and nobody has died on the side of Alliance. And now they're charging past Tier 4 towers. Maybe this is exactly what Virtus.pro needed to turn this game around. Hubris. Or maybe that's just confidence from Alliance.
So what do you do here? Do you buy a Force Staff, push them out of the fountain? Nope. It's
sell all your items, buy Force Staffs, chain force them into the fountain.
So yeah, pretty one-sided game. Alliance with the much better draft.